All right, we're in the Parisian Tour 9-hole cup. Parc de Paris. I'm playing Ricky. I'm in my 77 account. So I think this is the first time I played it this week. I've played my odd account yesterday. I practiced with Dale Appleby on like Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I did a practice round yesterday from the Pro Tees. I actually made some notes for Pro, but I don't have any notes for Ricky yet. I did play my 22 account, and I got it in. I think I picked up two, and I dropped one. Not good. I have, like, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, every round I've been, like, I haven't been able to play. I think I played, like, one clean round. I've picked up shots, but but every round I've dropped a shot off the minimum score, and that is not good. That is unacceptable. So what I think is going to happen this week, at least so I don't know about the tiers within tiers. So I'm in tier 3, and whatever bracketing 77 gets, I can tell you at the end of the week, if you want, in the final round, you're going to have to shoot a 16 plus. And a 16 is probably going to get you caught up in some tiebreaker stuff, but if you shoot better than a 16, I think you might stand alone. That's not every bracket that's in this tier thing, but I think you're going to have to get up here and get a 16. So, like, picking up 4, I mean, it's definitely possible. I'm not these par 3s, 2 of them are not too bad from Ricky. One of them sucks no matter what but the par 4s, we have lots of opportunities to pick shots up there. So we'll see what we can do. And, like, I'm just going to play. I'm going to be totally freaking aggressive. So if I make it, I make it, and if I don't, I don't. But I'm going to get, like, crazy. Like, if I can, I'm going to go for it on every hole if I can. So, like, this hole in Ricky, we can come out here. Now, in Pro, if you have a 5 power ball, and if the wind is blowing the right direction, you might catch a wind that's good enough to get you over here. In Expert, they get much bigger winds, so if you get a tailwind, like, this will be a shot. In Expert, they'll be wanting the wind to go their right way so they can do this shot. In Pro or in Ricky, you can come out here. It's much easier to do it in Ricky. In Pro or Ricky, and in Pro, you're going to find yourself a lot out here. If you're going to come out here, it's not a bad idea to bring whatever clubs you have that are big backspin clubs, because of how you have to come at the cup. So, like a Grim Reaper, Thorn, it'll be long iron. So, like, if you've got a Grim Reaper, it's got a lot of backspin. I'm going to go for out here and try and get on. That's what I'm going to do. How many practice tokens do I have? I have 6. Wind's going with us. I think with today's wind, I can do this with just a 3 power ball. And I think I can do it with a Titan. The King. Maybe. Somewhere. The King of Balls. And I'm going to bring my number 1 bag. And we're just going to wing it and see if we can get it done. Let's set this up here. What do I got? Extra mile. Power 3 ball. I'm going to do, what am I going to do? I'm going to do 20% on the drive. And the wind is blowing in that direction. All right, we are ready to roll. I'm using the Golf Clash Notebook app, so I wanted to get everything set up in it. So all I got to do is punch in the wind, and I'm ready to roll. The question is am I going to play this smart and go more on the left-hand side and just try and get out over there, or am I going to play it aggressive and play to the right and try and actually get a run towards the cup? It's possible here. I've been super close to the cup before, but just getting over there on the green side, anywhere out on the fairway, is a win. If you bring out a power 5 ball like that with today's wind, you don't have to do any overpower. And that's a big benefit. Let's see what they do. If they added on 20%, they did barely 2 rings, maybe not even 2 rings. Perfect. Perfect. That dog right there will hunt anything over on the green side. That dog will hunt. All right, so what do we got here? 3-6. Go. And that'll be short right here on the first bounce, maybe. I can't believe I was able to make that first bounce. I barely hit the fairway. Barely. Bigger power ball would have worked better. Power 4 ball would have got me up in the slot. I really wouldn't have needed to bring out a power 5. What would have helped is if I would have brought out a bigger ball so that I could have seen where my ball guy was going. That way if I did catch it, because right there, even if I'd have caught it good, and I barely caught it, I think what it did was, it did hit the fairway, but it did pinch the rough. Lost a little. It seemed like it didn't come out of there like it normally would. Alright, hit this perfect and it goes in the hole. That is a fact. See how the hole there crinkles when the ball goes in? That little rubber band effect right there is what's popping our balls out. That's part of that bullshit about the gravity-defying ball shit. That was a solid 2 rings. Great. Solid. Damn it. All right. I went for it. That's one of those ones you catch it. I would have brought out, I should bring out, if in the weekend round you can guarantee I'll bring out whatever it takes to get it done. What do we think? Got to think about what it'll take to qualify. I think it'll take at least, like, we have to think negatively and think that it'll take at least a 13 to qualify. So as long as we stay on track and we pick one up, we'll be all right. Let's get it done. And let's do it on a hole that we're not anticipating. Like this hole right here, I'm not anticipating that I'm going to make a hole-in-one. I'll tell you that right now. I am not. I'm almost thinking, trying to think about how much side spin. The more side spin, okay, we have several ways that we can go with this hole. You can try and come at it over here, but the way that this terrain's working over here is that if you're facing, and you can test this yourself, you can come out here, draw your ball guide from the tee box out into this area, right? And you're trying to just cover this swing. Not that bad. You know, you bring out a 3 side spin ball, you set your stuff up right here, you put 3 side spin on. Shit, you're almost there with 3 side spin. Not on this hole. You come out to this area and you put the 3 side spin on, and shit, you're barely getting your ball back to where it's straight again. It's still going, it's still going, or if it did come on this angle, it's only like right there. But you move your ball over just a little, and now all of a sudden it's over here. And you move your ball over this way a little, and now all of a sudden it's over here. This area out here is really shit where these moguls are at. So like if you're going to hit over here, like you really want to hit right here, well now you need lots of backspin. I suppose if you brought out the ball club combo where you had, I think over here you could do it with a lower wind if you wanted to get up into that area, either bringing out a big ball so that you could get into your Grim Reaper, or bring out a small ball so that you could get into your Guardian and start right there and just try and backspin it up. Because normally if you're on a hole and you're having any problems with it, just backspin that sucker to the cup. But this hole right here, it's hard to backspin it to it. So most people are playing it over here. Well, shit, any days where the wind's blowing like this, where you have to address this sand, this fairway's like this, and then it rolls off into the sand, and here's where the rough is. So the rough's already on the side of the hill, so you want to leave yourself as many rings of separation in order to bring it back around. So I suppose more side spin so that you can pull yourself more to the left and give yourself more separation. In rookie, you can play this with a really accurate club like a Grizzly, but in pro, it's better served to play this with a club that's in the, closer to 2 per ring, so you can stay away from this dang area. What are we gonna do? What? I'm gonna do power 1 ball. Do we have a power 1 ball? I'm gonna do a katana. Just because I'm not sure. We'll find out right here. If I don't need the katana, I'll switch. There we go. Grizzly. I think I'm in Grizzly. I might be in Sniper. I think in Ricky I'm in Grizzly. I am. It's my opponent's got a power 5 ball, and then they're looking through their ball inventory right now. That's why it's taken them so long, because our ball sorter stuff is just so awesome, right? It is. Especially if you have a lot of ball inventory. My buddy Mike D has a freaking, like shit, pretty much every ball that's ever been, like at least a $5 pack of pretty much every ball that's ever been sold. He loves this album thing because it shows all the balls that he's bought. Now he can get rid of where he's had like one and he was keeping it just so that he could see what it looked like. All right, 2-7. And where am I at in my club? There's max. There's min. There's mid. So I'm at mid club, 2.5 ring. I'm going to do 3. Let's start with 3 and see what happens. One backspin. Okay, what do I got on there? I got 1 backspin and 2.5 side spin. 2.5 rings. Getting it perfect. Let's see how close we can get. Oh, it's going to be off the back. Fuck, I'm going to be in the sand. Phew. I usually put on more backspin than that, but it was looking good. I know when you're coming in there from the Pro Tees and you're coming in there with a wood, you're coming in hotter because you're farther away. So you definitely are not going to get away with 1. That wasn't even close. I think I needed to pull it more. I'll have to go back and watch this video and see what the deal was. I went back and watched my pro round so that I could take notes. The mail lady. All right. What do we got for hole number 3? What is hole number 3? My notes for pro say APOC. And I'm playing a Cataclysm coming into the cup. -5. I know which hole this is. But in here, however, I'm going to play a Kingmaker. And I'm going to play my number 5 bag. That bag right there should work. And I should go fix my bags. My bag's all jacked up here. What happened was I got my big topper. I maxed out my big topper. It's the first Epic I've maxed out. I worked diligently on that thing, and it is. I took it out for a spin and went and played with it in Tour 7 for an hour just to try it out. I'm gonna go try it out again. So I had some bags set up for it. That bag looks good. That bag looks good. That bag looks good. All right. Hole number 3. Here we go. Here we go. This is one of those holes, I guess, like if you've been playing the game for a while and you've been, like, I'm a big fan of always doing the wind ring method, like when you're doing drives and you're only moving at one ring, still going down there and doing the wind ring method, you know, like, and I know you'll get opponents that'll laugh at you and, you know, give you shit for doing the thing, but it builds the habit. But there are some holes sometimes when you're using the wind and you're not going to pull the wind out and just push the wind back in, but you're actually using the wind to try and get you down into a zone that you won't use the... So, like, look at which way the wind's blowing right there. The wind's blowing this direction, so that means it's going to push me this way. So what I don't want it to do is push me into that rough out there. I want to push out into the clear, like right there. And I hit it one ring great to the right. I forgot what I was doing there for a second, and I put that overpower on it. I was like, wait a second, I didn't set that up for an overpower. Whoa! Whoa! That is definitely about as far as I could have got, unless I did overpower. And really, the deal is that I'm right on that. I have a shot at the cup where I can come at it on the flat down at the bottom instead of... Hey, -5. Taking it with my... I might actually be in Grizzly. I have no idea where I'm at in my club. They might make it over the other side. Almost, dude. I'm in minimum sniper. So I'm in sniper. The wind's blowing 1.5. How far back can I get? .5 rings. There's 1.5. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Close. Plus 0.1. That's what I should have did right there, is plus 0.1. Let me make a note here. And I did make a note in pro that it's -5 to the cup plus 0.1. Arrgh. See? If you make notes and then you actually read the freaking notes. I love this hole. This is one of my favorite par 5s in the game. I like it. I like this pin, this hole right here. The new pin placement I don't like as much. Like this hole is just another par 5, but I always feel like the game needs holes that you have like super serious Albie shots on. And if you can put yourself in the right spot and you're at the right angle and you didn't overshoot and you got all the stuff, you can put yourself in a spot. And this hole right here is just, this is a great hole for us as players. Continue. Hole number 4. Hole number 4. 10%. All right. I'm doing, I think in Ricky, you can play this with a freaking 1 Powerball. And I'm going to play with the Navigator. I'm pretty sure I can play with a Navigator. And it is plus 10%. Pretty sure I'm playing it with my sniper. Something in that bag will work. And I'm going to play it with, I don't think I need to take a Quasar, but if I do, I will switch. I think you can just take it with a nav. I think. I could be wrong. In Pro, you use a 3 Powerball and a sniper, and I think you have just a little teeny bit of room on headwind days. But if you had a big headwind, you'd have to switch to a. No, that's. If you use the Power 3 ball, you do have room to work out head, but you could use a katana. If you have a tailwind day, you could, maybe. I go first. Where am I at? 4 miles an hour. And there's mid. There's max, so there's mid. So I'm a mid club. Mid club is 3.9 rings. There's 3.9. Hitting it perfect. And just a little short. And I think I would have missed it. It was breaking right there. I would have missed it on the left-hand side if it would have had enough speed. It's easy to roll past this hole. And it breaks right at the very end. And it's hard to catch that break. So if you've got a club that doesn't have really good ball guide and you're constantly off the hole, it breaks right there at the very end. But if you have just a little teeny bit more speed, you'll actually roll through the break. We've all been there. We all know exactly how that works. If you've played this hole several times, you think your speed's just right and it goes rolling past it. And it doesn't look like, when you look at it from right here, it doesn't look like it would catch any speed and roll past it, but it will. It can roll past it. See, what happened is when they put these new pin placements on some of these holes, they came back and they redesigned the hole. So they had the original pin placement and then they put the new one, but they went and fucking jacked these greens all up. Imagine mowing some of these greens with all of the little pockets and you're out there with the little roll mowers trying to get down into those little pockets and mow all that stuff. There's some of these greens that are in Golf Clash where the greenskeepers have to get out there with scissors and a freaking comb. The greenskeepers are not really happy with a lot of the game developers, because think about how many greens are out there in this game where there's spectators that we don't ever hit to those greens, but they have to go out there and maintain them. Those poor digital greenskeepers. All right, I love this pin placement, and I'm going for what I actually haven't gotten to the spot that I really like to get to, because it gives you the better angle. So where the cup is at, you can see there's a little bit of a trough here. So imagine it's raining and water's hitting this thing, and then it gets down here to the bowl, and then it can come out and it can kind of bowl down. So it's just like, you know, the creek. You can see where it fingers off right here, but it's rolling up in the cup. At the very end, this is another one of those holes where at the very end it breaks really hard to the right. So you want to start your ball off on the left hand. You want to start your ball guide off on the left hand side, because it'll break really hard. But to get that right angle, if you're drawing that line out, you really want to involve yourself with this little mound. However, if you hit that mound with speed on the downhill side, because you can catch the slide out here, and you can end up in the sand very easy. So usually I'm like right here on the lip, but I've been a little bit short this week, and I've been like right in here. I'm gonna get up to the bowl today, and you can do this with a katana. Where it affects you is on the second shot. Like, it may be better to bring out a kingmaker even though you don't need it, or you could probably bring out a titan. A katana. What are we shooting here? APOC. All right, let's go. Let's go. Every time I've hit perfect so far this week, I've made this. And every time I haven't hit perfect, I haven't. So let's hit perfect and make it. I saw my opponent in pro get onto the green side and won. And I was amazed. Number one, it was a risky ass shot because you're bouncing over that. At the very end down there, you're bouncing over the water, and you're on whatever flight trajectory you're on. You got no fucking control of it once it gets, past that first or second bounce. If the trajectory was off after the first or second bounce, then you're done. I'm gonna do 5.5. I've been doing 5. 2 rings off. 3. There's 3, 3. A little bit of curl. Hit it 7,000 rings great to the left. If it doesn't get caught up right here, I should be fine. And I'm still short. Still short. Let's turn my damn grid on. Let's get the old test pattern working. Jeez, how many holes you got to play before you finally get your grid? Get all your shit running so you can play. This would be a great hole. There's actually another hole that we're playing that I'm thinking about taking a thorn. All right, what am I playing with here? I'm playing with a kingfisher. Where am I at in my club? There's max. There's me, and I'm at max. It's plus 10%, so it's 4/4, and it's 1.1 per ring. So it's 4 rings. Oh, fucking, I hit it great. And I hit it great. I think, man, that would have been so, I think it would have been right inside the cup. That would have been close if I'd hit it perfect. Close. Every time I've hit it perfect, it's gone in the hole, and every time I haven't hit it perfect, it has not gone in the hole. So I can at least say that record is good, but I'm tired of hitting these not perfects. Damn it! Damn it! That was not great. Let's see what that would have been. I was trying to get the app going, but I have the wrong stuff in here. Short iron. There we go. There we go. That was a 4-mile-an-hour wind. I was sitting here looking. I was looking to see how many rings the app said I should have moved. Now that I got it up. All right. Sorry about that. I had the wrong club in there, and I didn't want to take the time to go look at it, so I just did hand math in my head. All right. I'm going for the shot where you try and get all the way out here, and then you come around. And I'm not necessarily going to do the rough bump, and if I do the rough bump, it's going to be the outside rough bump, not this one on the inside. The one on the inside, man, I mean, if you're one of those people that hits perfect all the time, this is one to work out, because you have a really killer shot at the hole. This one over here, if you're not doing the rough bump, you got to involve the backboard, and it's kind of a carnival shot, but you can make it. And that's what I'm trying for. I'm trying for the carnival shot. Yeah, that's me. That's it. This is one hole that I do like the newer pin placement a little better. I like them both, but hold on. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Was I gone so long that the game turned off? No. And I'm taking that bag. Actually, I should take that bag. I need to switch that Guardian out for a... no, I'm just going to take my number. I'll just take my number 5 bag. It'll be fine. I'm taking a Kingmaker. You can probably do this with a katana. I think you can do this with a katana. Hitting it perfect. I forgot what I was doing for a second. Could have got a little farther. Needed to get a little farther. I can do it from there, but the side spin's going to really come in handy right there. Would have been better with the Thor's hammer. I would have been able to get up there a little farther. Extra mile would have been even better. Even better. I've been trying to play as much as I can with that APOC, because it's the next club. I want to try and get it upgraded to level 7. I've been working diligently on it. The problem with the 77 account is I don't play anything higher than Tour 7, and so I'll never get my trophy count up to where it's in the store. 2.9. I'm going to do 3 rings. If I can get lined up. Hitting it perfect. I came in a little, needed to pull a little more. Little more. Plinko. The carnival ride. I had a shot at it. I will say that. That's it. You really don't have, from the other side, you can make it from the other side. And from the other side, my favorite shot to do from the other side is to come in there with a Guardian, where you can start off on this side right here and do a max backspin, side spin curl shot, and use that backboard, swing it over there, throw it over to that side, and let the backboard. Once again, you take that shot 100 times, and 99 times it barely misses, and once it goes in, and you feel like a king. And you immediately want to do it again because it's like, wow, that shot works. That's the thing about the backspin shots, is if you really went through and you did that shot 100 times in a row and actually was able to count how many times it worked, it doesn't work as often as your brain tells you it does, because it's so awesome when it goes in that it burns an image in your brain. Anytime you can just like have barely any movement on your ball and you just run it up to the cup, you're definitely have a higher percentage of making it. At least in my opinion. Oh, dude, I feel for you. Because I miss putts, I know. And the good fellas, that's not fairway to heaven. Hole number 7. What is hole number 7? I think I can do this with a 3 power ball. I'm pretty sure I can do this with a Titan. I might actually be able to do it with an Apocalypse and Ricky. Or excuse me, a Katana. Hole number 7. In Pro, I'm doing it with an APOC and a Titan and max overpower to try and get over into this area. And here, I don't think I have to do overpower. I think I can just get over there with a 3 power. Let's try it. Let's try it. I don't need... having some side spin on the drive is definitely helpful, but for the second shot, I really don't need it. Kingfisher. The real club that I want to have in here is Kingfisher. It's my wedge, actually. Wedge. Plus 10%, 3 power ball. Okay, here we go. I wanted to have the stuff set up in the app for the second shot. For sure. What did Denner say? I asked him if he was alive. He went back to work. He sold his house, so he's homeless. He's living somewhere. I don't know. I haven't talked to him for a week. I was sick. He doesn't have any Wi-Fi. That's the deal. That's why he's not streaming. Here we go. This is another hole where the new pin placement I like, because you have to come at this hole totally different. Like, you would not want to play, you can play out to this side with the new pin placement, but you really don't want to. Because the spot that it puts you out here to the cup, you can make it, but it is a super tough chip. Super tough. But the new pin placement, you want to play to the right every time. In this pin placement, you can play to the right if you're going to play, like with today's wind. Actually, with today's wind, I could play to really try and get up on it. Nice. That shot works, bro. This shot works. Two nine. Okay, there's 3. I'm gonna do just a little more. Hit it 2 rings great to the left. I was trying to hit it 1 ring great to the left because I felt like I needed to hit it. I needed to be more out, and I overshot it. It felt like I needed to be farther up, otherwise I was going to be behind the trees, and overshot it instead. I had a little teeny bit of overpower on there too. That was my fault. I can make this though. I can make it. Alright, god damn it. Dag nabbit. Alright. Alright. See if my opponent can make it. It's got to be Egan Max. Ooh. Not great to the right might be alright because everything here, depending on how they set it up, and they did not work. Did not work. Look at how the fucking angle I gotta come in. I gotta come down that hill. This sucks. This is not only bad, this is really bad. Okay, there's max, there's mid, there's 25%. Shit, I'm in like 20%. And the wind is 3. Oh. It's blowing that way. Maybe a 1 ring great to the right or left, but not a 3 ring great to the right. I was putting in an app to see what the deal was at seeing what kind of an adjustment it would be. It was minimum half a ring, mid it was half a ring. The freaking rings are so damn small. Alright. Get up there and recover. That's another hole. There's a lot of holes in this course. Like getting a -16 is definitely, like, if you get on a run, there is some definite shots. All 3 of the par 4s have really, you can put yourself in a really good spot. The way to really play that hole with, like, if the wind's blowing in the right direction, with the pin placement where it is right here, you can play to this area. So you can start off on this side, and you really, like, if you're using, and you want to use an APOC if you've got one that's got its distance, so that, because what you want is raw distance to get over here. If you bring out a 5-power ball and it's on any kind of a positive wind or even neutral wind day, I don't think you have to do any overpower. You can just get up here and give yourself like pocket yourself up in here, so you're like 3 rings, and you're going off in this direction, and a little bit of curl or side spin, and a little bit of backspin, and you can bleed off right in this area, because this is where your landing area needs to be in order to get to the cup. Otherwise the trees are in the way. That shot is super easy. The drive shot is not, but the second shot, you've got a much better than over here. And you do have a good shot from over here, but you have a much better shot from over here. All right, hole number 8. Hole number 8. All right. I'm going to use a Power 1 ball. I think I'm going to use a Power Grizzly. I'm going to bring out, I'm not sure I need a Katana. I think I can use a Quasar. I think I can. Navigator's there. Quasar must be tagged. That bag will work. Off we roll. Quasar. 30%. I go first, of course. 4-2. That puts us, there's Max. There's Min over there somewhere, so we're at mid-club. Five, 7. Okay, there's the 7. There's the 5. Hitting it perfect. Just a bit of an overpull. Just a bit. I did a 30% there, and I probably could have did a 25. I do not like the way that came into the hole. It seemed like before I was up closer where I was doing what my opponent's doing. I'm getting I'm getting my second bounce is hitting up here on the face, and the bounce between the second bounce and the third bounce is weirding out. And what my opponent did right there, where they were up closer, in between these two shadows, with the 3.5 backspin, and their second bounce is already up on the top. I like that look better. I don't really want to have to hit that hill because if you hit that hill one way, the ball does exactly what it said it was going to do, and you hit it another, and it could get the scoots. Perfect. All right. Hole number 9 in rookie. We do have an opportunity here. We'll see which way the wind's blowing. We do have an opportunity here to get into a beautiful spot. And I think the deal is I want to bring out the right ball so I don't have to involve the wind. I don't have to do any overpower. I don't have to do any shit. Anything. Hole number 9. I'm going to bring out, let's look at my ball inventory first. Let me look at my ball inventory first, and then we'll go look at the hole. I think whatever I bring out, it's got to have a lot of side spin. 5, 5, 5. I only got 4 of those left. What do I have in the 4 power? I only got 3. I got 10 of these. But I don't really need any of the top spin boost. this ball right here would be prime, because if you can get into the right spot, having a little bit of precision on that second shot would be choice. Well, I got 3 of those. Got enough to play the weekend round. 2 side spins, not as good as 5. I do have some of those 4-4-2s. Just a 4-4-4 would be good. I do have some. Looking at my 3 power balls, these ones right here that I have 42 of. I'm not going to get the top spin boost with the side spin, so I could use this. I bought these balls specifically for the side spin. Let me select that one. I guess I will have to use a power 3 ball, and this wind is helping us. Now this, let's practice this one time. Let's practice this hole. Let's make sure practice. I freaking thought I was practicing a hole the other day in one of my accounts, and I think I got out because I changed my bag, and then when I went back in, I forgot to go back into practice. This might be a hole for my big topper. Since I got that big topper 8, it got more distance, and it picked up, I think, the last little teeny bit of its curl. I can't remember what it picked up at the very end, but I do know it picked up power. It went to 230 yards, so it's in the line. Practice. Okay, so with this, I'm definitely I could do overpower, but with that wind, I'm definitely gonna have to pull that wind out properly. But with the big topper, I could leave the wind in. I could still take the wind out, I think. Look where my second bounce is at. And if I swing that around, I'm going to have to leave some of that wind in. Some. Out of time. We'll let my opponent take their drive. There is a max overpower hook shot you can do here in rookie, and I'm going to switch to a Titan, and we'll try it. Actually, I think I can switch to a Katana. That dog right there will hunt. They got a serious ass albie shot from right there. Serious. Swap the ball out. Let's bring a Titan, the king of balls. And let's try and get all of that topspin, as much as humanly possible. Two, one ring. Let's see if I can catch it. I need to go out into the water a whole ring. We'll try that one more time. I'm glad I ended up in the water. I like it when you're practicing max overpower hook shots, trying to find the right spot, and you end up in the water, because that way you can try it again. You don't have to go back and redo this whole rigmarole. It's a pretty killer shot right there, and it should be plus 10%. So 2.9 plus basically 0.3, 3.2 rings. It's at max club. 3.2 divided by 0.9, somewhere in the 355 range. That was 2 rings. Maybe they're not max. Hit it perfect. Oh, they hit it great. It was already going to be to the left. Now it's going to be even more. All right. Okay, see where the water's coming down? Going to be 1 ring on the outside of that. 3.7. It's 2 rings. Still can go out further. Still can go out another ring. And I was super close there. At least another ring. If I had one more shot at it. One more. Alright. Hoping that I could get that the max overpower hook, but I couldn't. Power 4 ball. I had a power 3 ball with the backspin. This one right here. That one. We're taking that bag. Actually, I think it might be better with that bag. But I definitely don't want to take the second shot with the Cataclysm and the Goliath. Let me switch those 2 clubs up, and I'm going to take that big topper bag. Sniper and a grizzly. Kingfisher. We're in the zone. Get in the zone. All right, here we roll. I think I'm gonna need to leave some of that wind in, but that wind is blowing like 40%. I mean, it is like really carrying over the top of that hill. Here we go. As much side spin as we can, and as much top spin along with it. .5 divided by 2.1 is 2.33 rings. There's 233. I'm going to push a ring and a half, a ring of it back in. A ring of it. 1 ring great on the right. That might kill me. Whew. That was close. That was close. All right. All right. Where we want to be. Where we wanted to be. That's the shot right there. I'm just wondering if one of those topspin boost balls, if you couldn't come and get out here on the end where my opponent's at and curl it with an APOC all the way over to the other side. You can cut about a 40-degree angle. And so, you know, like here's the 90 and here's the 45. It looks like you might be able to get over there onto that tip just by hitting it straight. And if you brought out a big enough ball, I'm not sure what that would look like. You'd have to get all the side movement with curl. But there you go. There you go. Fucking nice shot, dude. Nice shot. That was fantastic. Exactly what I was talking about. And they very easily could have got in front. 1.1 times 2 divided by, where am I at? There's max. There's min. There's mid. 1.1. What is my grizzly at mid club? 1.1. Two rings. We're right back to where we started. There's 2. And I hit it great. And it went in the hole anyways. Woo! Look at that. Woo! Albie. Damn. Blind squirrel finds a nut at the end of the round. Did I shoot an absolutely clean round? Didn't pick anything up until the very last hole. I am going to go back and watch this video because I want to see what my opponent did on that shot, because that was fantastic, bro. And we had a Jedi Master show us the deal. Is that it? Is he a Jedi? Yep. We had the #1 Jedi from the Brotherhood have to come out and show us how to get that shit done. That is fucking awesome. Awesome. Alright. That should at least qualify me. I'm not going to say anything more than that. Let's go back. Hey, I want to look at that hole real quick, because that, when I was out there looking at it, I was like, you know, with these new topspin boost balls, like where I was out here with Redline, you know, you could get your red line up into this area with the right ball. I think I was like, my red line with a 3-power ball was like down in this area. With a 5-power ball, my red line's up in here. And so you could start off over here, and if you ran your topspin, all your topspin boost, you're not going to get any side spin, but you only have to clear this angle. And if you're, you know, draw a straight line across here and do a 45, your APOC can't quite do that, but it can definitely do this. If you can get bounce #1 out here on the end and clear the entire gap and get bounce #2 on the fairway, you are rolling. Now, if you actually did get over like that, where you came across this angle and then you cut it over to here, you might end up on the high side over here, but who gives a shit? If you can end up on the, if you're on the fairway anywhere over here, like where my opponent was at, that's a win. I mean, he was in the rough in between, but that's still a win. Shit, that's still a killer, straight up Albie shot. The risk here, just like the risk over here, is, you know, and you're taking this to its furthest extremes. Where you could really go south on this shot, really go south, is if you hit it way to the right and got caught behind this row of trees. Because you may not be able to get out in one shot in order to get back up. You might be screwed. You might have to hit it down this way and go down the row and find a spot. In a worst case scenario, not saying that I would probably, if you did get caught behind the trees and for some reason you couldn't get out, instead of hitting it here, you could hit right to here, which is on the other side of that sand trap, and at least you'd have a clear shot at the cup. Nice. Nice. There you have it. There is what rookie I qualified. That was, jeez, minus 13. Only picking up 1. There is a shit ton of shots out there though to pick up, and the main thing is hitting perfect. Thanks for watching. I'm going to shoot. I went out yesterday and I practiced in pro, but I actually watched the pro video and took notes, so I actually know what I'm gonna do in pro, so I can just set the bag up, go out, do the shot, and go to the next hole. All right, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber, leave a comment, ring the bell, and I will see you on the next one.